I don't know what it is, but I just love being black. DJ here.
What up, doe? It's your girl, Blair. You know, my melanin was popping yesterday. It's popping today. And it's sure enough gonna be popping tomorrow.
It's your boy, Red, and you're listening to the Highly Melanated Podcast. Hey guys, it's your boy Red here with the Highly Melanated Podcast to introduce to you the next part of the Highly Melanated Voices. Now, this was for our reflections of 2021 and manifestations for 2022. And we got so many submissions from you guys. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I appreciate you because this is really about you guys. This is really about understanding what you have learned and how you can grow from it and what you plan on doing for 2022. And honestly, you never know. It might help out the next person that's behind you or following in your same footsteps. So I really do appreciate you guys participating and really just showing support and showing all the love so that other people understand this is something that I probably need to do, or this is something that I need to take, or I'm not alone in this. So why don't we just sit back, continue to listen on to some of the things that people have learned and grew from and plan on doing, and I'll check you soon.
Hey, it's your girl, Michelle Unveiled from Be the Voice Podcast. I help creatives get out of their head and into their passion. You can find me on most podcast platforms and follow me on IG at Michelle_Unveiled. MIECHELLE_Unveiled. I live in Austin, Texas, and the one thing that I learned in 2021 was that I did not have the balance that I thought I had in so many areas in my life. You see, I had overextended myself to others while neglecting myself.
Hey everybody, it's Frankie Rivera from House of Hughes podcast and also my memoir/podcast, To Be Frankie With You. I'm going to answer some questions from my good friend PJ, so let's get into it. First question, what did you learn about yourself in 2021? One thing I learned about myself this year is that I can do pretty much anything that I set my mind to with enough, focus and determination and, enough time and patience, then I can really just do anything that I set my mind to. And another thing is, as I get older, I'm learning to trust my gut feelings more. Whether it's something inside of me telling me to slow down or to just go for it. I'm learning to trust that more because it seems to always work for me.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Nathan Nicholas. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, and my IG handle is intentionally Nathan. One thing that I learned in 2021 was to allow myself to feel, allow myself to emote. I find that I was using everything outside when the world was open to distract myself from a lot of my issues and problems, whether it be in my house or in my friendships or relationships. So, that would be my lesson for 2021, was to allow myself to feel and go through my emotions so that I can come out on the other side and, be healed.
Hey everybody, I'm the Dapper Thrifter. You can find me on Instagram at the Dapper Thrifter. I am from Brooklyn, New York, but I currently live in Durham, North Carolina. What did I learn about myself in 2021? I will say that I learned resilience because, as everyone knows, we were all thrown a whole bunch of stuff in 2021, and just being able to sort of wade through the muck and still get done what I needed to get done, I think really showed the resilience that I had when I put my mind to something, to where, the world's falling apart all around you, but you're still able to focus on the mission and to still accomplish your goals and to still succeed at work, at home. And I wasn't able to do all that without having resilience.
Good evening. My name is Mylika, and I'm here just to answer a few questions. So the first question states, what lessons have you learned in 2021? And I'd say for me in 2021, I learned that not everyone within your circle is here for you. Most people are just here for the things that you can do for them or what benefits you can bring that will push them or further them within any obstacle in their life. And it's okay, because as long as you know that you're a good-hearted person and that everything you do is for the right reasons, nothing else matters, because in the long run, you're going to receive your blessing, whether it comes centerfold or whether it comes today, it could come tomorrow. Just know that that blessing is going to come. And I think for me, I learned that, especially with family, I'll always be one that's willing to go the extra mile to do things for people when I don't really get it in return. And I'm okay with that.
I'm Champagne, affectionately known as Shams, a Brooklyn girl. And you can find me on Facebook as Shams Black, that's SHAMPZ BLACC, on IG as AKA_Shams, and Snapchat at It's Shams. When asked what I learned about myself in 2021, I have to say that it would be that I'm stronger than I thought. With all that's going on in the world on a grand scale, and what goes on personally, like every day because of it, you feel like it's one thing after another and like you're not built to survive. But somehow, with every step forward, I did, and it shocked me. I thought I knew me, but I found out that there's some things about me that I could have never guessed. And the amount of patience and strength I possess are just a couple of them.
My name is Teron Thompson. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and my Instagram is Teron LaVar. That's T as in Tom, ARON, LA, V as in Victor, AR. Oh man, 2021. Sheesh. 2021 taught me a lot. Oh my gosh. I went through a legal situation that literally turned my life upside down. I'm talking, it came in, it stirred the pot, it flipped some pancakes, it scrambled some eggs, it fried some chicken, it baked a ham, it tossed a salad, and then tossed everything into the garbage disposal. And then rinsed everything down the drain. It's literally how 2021 felt. However, in all of that, in all of the loss, in all of the frustration, in all of the disappointment, I learned how resilient I am. I learned that it is okay not to be okay. I learned that it is absolutely imperative to take time away from your hustle and bustle, your everyday grind, and spend time with you. I learned that you spend time on somebody's couch. I'm talking about a therapist or a psychologist. Those things are absolutely necessary in order to maintain your mental health, and that is something I seriously learned in 2021.
In 2021, one of the lessons that I learned about myself is that, baby girl, you need to have a plan A. And even after you have a plan A, follow it with plan B and C. I had a unexpected visit to the hospital. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, but the process, it was just a very weird process. But in the lesson, it taught me that you can never really be so prepared, but to always have a plan in action, have something in writing. Make sure that you designate certain people to do certain things. Things that may involve your children, things that may involve your finances. Have things in order. I know we always think about life insurance in the event of a sudden death, but before we get to that process, it needs to be a plan written so that your loved ones know exactly what to do. So 2021 taught me to have things really planned out for myself and for my family, just so that there's no certainties, just so that it's black and white. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what has to happen.
Hey everyone, my name is Mateo. My Instagram is Teo Twist, spelled TaoeTwist, and I am recording from Detroit. So I think in 2021, I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I have to be really honest about the capacity that I have. I typically say yes to a lot of things, even when I should probably say no, because I don't have the time, the capacity, or even the attention span to get things done.
Hello, this is Kevin from Memphis, Tennessee, your friendly truck driver. My IG handle is Kev9677. So the question is, what did I learn from 2021? I've actually learned that I am more resilient than what I initially thought that I am. Driving the truck throughout the entirety of the pandemic and learning how to keep myself upbeat, learning how to make sure that I was protecting myself, to protect my parents as well, for when I did have a chance to go home. And the overall drive that I wound up having throughout 2021 was something that I knew I could do, but it was actually a little better than what I could do. Most people were tiring out, did not want to deal with the everyday pressures of doing a regular job and making sure you got on-time deliveries, all that type of stuff. But I actually found myself being geared up for it. I actually was excited to do it. I was happy to do it. There were a few little snags here and there, as far as the transportation and everything goes, as far as the everyday traffic.
Hey, it's Tara from Brooklyn, New York. And one of the things that I learned about myself in 2021 is that my intuition, listen, she is the wisest woman that I will ever know. And I really can trust her to make decisions, especially in times where I don't know what's next and I don't know what the alternative route is. I really can trust that whatever the decision is, it's the right one for me.
Hey, here's your favorite designer, Jerry Reed. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of those great things. That is Jerry Reed, JERRIREID. Be sure to follow me on all platforms and be sure to visit our website. That's www.jerryreed.com. And also, if it's your first time purchasing, use code JR10 for 10% off your purchase. I love you guys. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Mwah. What I learned in 2021 is that you have to be resilient and you have to be intentional in all that you do. When I say resilient, you have to constantly make sure that you apply pressure to yourself in a good way, not in a bad way. Applying pressure really is about making sure you follow through with what you wanted to do with your life and be intentional about it. Making sure that you grind and allow yourself to grow in the same process and understand that it's okay to make mistakes and don't allow those mistakes to waver over your head, because that is where imposter syndrome can really, really seep itself in. And we don't want that. So I really learned that resilience and intention is really, really essential. I made sure that I started the year strong and ended the year strong. And that's what it's all about, finding your strength.
Hi, I'm Serene Styles, a makeup artist based out of Philly. And you can find me on IG, Serene_Styles. In 2021, I learned that I'm way more worthy of the happiness and joy that I promote and push out to the world. One of the things that I've been yearning for is to get paid and noticed more as an extreme makeup artist, and I definitely accomplished that this year. I'm looking forward to implementing the service part of my business and exposing my work even more. Every woman, regardless of the background or her journey, should be able to feel at peace and serene with whom they are. Literally, I want everybody to be able to feel that they are serene.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Matthew Simmons. I reside in Philadelphia, PA. I'm originally from McGee, Mississippi. Everybody knows Jackson, Mississippi, so I used to say Jackson, Mississippi. And my IG handle is Africana Black Grad, all lowercase. It's going to change in the near future. And my Facebook handle was Matthew Simmons. So, great to meet y'all.
Philip, you and these hard-to questions. Okay. So, number one, what have I learned about myself thus far from 2021? I've learned that I ran myself ragged trying to get acceptance from other people when I should have just accepted myself. I've learned that I am more powerful in my own skin than I am trying to be the version of somebody else's bullshit. I've learned that I can achieve anything I want to if I just put my mind to it. And I've also realized that a lot of times the thing that was holding me back was me from reaching my destiny and my fulfillment. So yeah, I've learned just to walk into my truth, be who I am, love all of me, the things that I love and the things I want to work on. And I'm working on it for myself, not for the gratification of anybody else. So that's what I've learned. That's what I learned from 2021.
My name's Tamel. You can find me at Tamel H Artistry if you're looking to book services, or you can follow me personally and connect with me at patron.poppy on Instagram. And that's patron.poppy with 2 I's, patron.pappii. And one thing that I've left behind or learned in 2021, or learned about myself rather, was that I'm resilient to any strife, anything that comes my way. I always know how to get over it, or I've learned how to get over it, or how to actually overcome and conquer it.
My name is Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You can find me on Bigo at Just Fenty, Instagram, that's_bay_ass, and Facebook, Brooklyn, first name Brooke, BROOK, last name Lynn, LLYNI. I'm extremely proud and happy and blessed that I made it through 2021.
Hello, my name is D'Angelo Jamal Champion Swint. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and my Instagram name is Color Me Black. The lessons that I've learned in 2021 is to definitely better myself, because I feel like every day to month, year, I'm definitely progressing and becoming more solid as a person. And another lesson that I have learned is to definitely walk away from a lot of things that could take me out of my character, because as I'm getting older, my patience is kind of running thin, but also I do have to work on that. And last but not least, to also don't stress about things that I can't control, because everything is all in God's timing. And what's for me is for me, and what's not is not.
Hello, everybody. My name is Micah, and I'm from Austin, Texas. My IG handle is MLJ Unlimited. Let me tell you some of the things I learned about myself in 2021. I learned that I was still living my life according to public opinion, still seeking out the acceptance and approval for other people regarding choices I needed to make for my life. I was still bound by the opinions and expectations of other people in terms of how I lived my life and the decisions I needed to make. That severely impacted my independence and self-sufficiency. So that was something I learned. I also learned how to break free from that.
Let's talk about the joys, the little joys that I celebrated in 2021. I celebrated finding new love. I celebrated my 1-year anniversary as a travel business owner. I celebrated being able to enroll back into school. It's the little things that we really should take joy in. My health, I have it under control. I am learning how to be a victor and not a victim of circumstances. And so those are the little joys that I take pleasure in 2021.
What little joys did I celebrate in 2021? I will say peace. Honestly, because like most of the world, I transcended from working in an office, having to commute every day, having to figure out what I'm going to wear, to just working from home. And some days that just involved rolling out of bed, fixing breakfast, getting on my computer, and just getting with the day. But also with that, I was able to pace myself a lot better. You know how some of us, when we go to work, our top mission is to get out of work and to get home as soon as possible. I think working at home allowed me to pace my day better. And so I would work on a project, then I would take a break. Then I would get back to the project and then take a little break here and there. And that really increased my professional peace. And then also with that, I think I took better inventory of things that were important to me and things that were not so important to me. And so there were a number of organizations, there were a number of positions that I had or that I was involved with that I dropped off. And because of that, that led me to sharpen my focus better heading into 2022. And I was able to achieve all that through increasing my peace.
Question number 2, what little joys did I celebrate within 2021? So for me, I think the biggest thing that I celebrated was letting go of baggage. I let go of someone that I've been friends with for over a decade, and that friendship turned into what I thought was a relationship, but it ended, and it ended on a bad note. But out of that relationship, I formed a new friendship that hopefully may turn into something more. If it doesn't, that's fine, but I was just open to new beginnings, and I think that's definitely something worth celebrating, just new beginnings.
The joys that I've celebrated in 2021 is definitely self-love and self-care. I definitely feel like a much better person during 2020 and 2021, it just got even better. And I just don't settle for less that I've used to back in the day. And also the love that I get from my family and a few of my friends. It just feels really great, to actually have people that support you. Genuine support, and it just feels great.
Now, second question. What little joys did you celebrate in 2021? So this past year I turned 30 back in May, and by the end of October, I moved from Connecticut to Maryland. I lived in Connecticut for 30 years, and this was the biggest change that I've ever made in my life. So, I'm just in a space now where I'm open to whatever the future has in store for me, and I just want to be able to make connections and just try to find home. Who knows what that looks like in the next, couple of months, but that's the space that I'm in right now. Just open to any opportunities. Just want to travel and just really experience life, as much as I can. So I celebrate that.
Hey, it's Tara from Brooklyn, New York. Some little joys that I celebrated in 2021. Let's see. Learning how to ride my bike in the mean streets of New York was definitely an accomplishment.
I think the joys that I've actually experienced in 2021 kind of outweigh that, though. Because I learned how to take the time for self-care, self-love, for healing, for, just going through the process of life in general. The pandemic, although it is absolutely horrible, the pandemic actually gave us all an opportunity to kind of slow our lives down a little bit and look introspectively to say, what do I want? How do I want to get it? How am I going to get it? And who do I need to be to get it?
So in 2021... the little joys I celebrated was getting a job as a manager in the field that I absolutely love, which is beauty industry, and actually getting paid my worth.
The joys that I'm celebrating this year are, number one, I am done with this PhD. I am now Dr. Simmons, and I am so happy to be done with the process of being in a dissertation or being in a doctoral program. I'm so happy to be done with that. That stone was so heavy. That burden was so heavy. And to have that off my back, off my brain, is an amazing accomplishment. So I'm celebrating that joy. The second joy that I'm celebrating is a joy of just being with myself, finding out who I am again as a person. I noticed that with this journey that I lost myself. I lost aspects. I was able to only showcase versions of myself to people because that's who I felt they would accept. And the joy that I'm really, really enjoying discovering is about how I am as a person, evolving as a person. What do I like to do now? What do I don't like to do? What things have changed? What things have adapted? What things have changed? And I'm really enjoying that process of taking myself out for dinners, of taking myself to movies, of planning trips for myself, of coming home after hard days of work and not wanting to go out to escape being with me. I really now enjoy just being at my house and cleaning up my apartment and just being with me and not have to explain myself to other people and not to explain my existence of why and who and what and why do they need to love me. I'm enjoying the process of loving myself all over again. And it's beautiful. Yes, it's hard, but it's beautiful because I have control over that. And I will never, ever, 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 ever dim my light in order to make somebody else feel bright. If we can't shine together, I don't want it. And I'm fine with just being shining together, shining for myself. So yeah, rediscovering that light. That's the joy that I'm experiencing this year and for the rest of my life. I'm cultivating that type of work for myself. So yeah.
The biggest joy I celebrated, besides the national holiday being my birthday, was getting together for Christmas. I mean, even though we had to wear masks, it was really filled with, like, love, like in the movies, like Miracle on 34th Street, but like the ethnic version. Like the best day of my entire year was like towards the end. That's weird, but it made me feel like better is coming. Like, and I'm looking forward to it.
Seeing a therapist is definitely a small joy that would count. It was something that I always knew that I needed to do. Specifically, between 2018 and 2019, I lost 5 close people to me. And it definitely affected me greatly. And I knew then that I needed to go see someone specifically to deal with grief. But, you know, from being from the Black community, we're taught to just pray and to just muster through it and that you'll be okay. Well, the fact of the matter is, I wasn't okay. And so I finally went and sat on someone's couch. And it was literally one of the best things that I could have ever done for my life, because it provided so much clarity. It provided so much understanding. And I felt joy return to my body. I felt like I could continue this thing called life after I spent some time with a therapist.
The little joys that I had in 2021, there's quite a lot of joys that took place. For starters, I actually met PJ, so that's great. I met him at the top of January on Bigo. I got the opportunity with Bigo to speak with Phaedra Parks. That was a great one. I was blessed with the opportunity that Lynn Whitfield wore my garments. I was blessed with the opportunity that Novi Brown wore my garments. She's from Sisters, BET Sisters. There were a lot of wins, you know, a lot of joys. I didn't put on a fashion show, but I was a part of a fashion show with Models Inc. I did a lot of custom work. I've been working with quite a few people from Broadway, a lot of the queer people from Broadway. Yeah, it was just, there's a lot that transpired. I can't even pinpoint everything, but so many people were interested in wearing Jerry Reed in 2021. And another great one is my nonprofit. How could I forget that? A Seamless Way. It's my nonprofit where I get to teach children how to sew in our Black and brown communities, more specifically East New York. And I'm really navigating in a space that does not exist, and realizing that in my community, 50,000 Black and brown, Afro-Latino, Afro-Caribbean, Afro-queer children at the age of 18 and under don't even have the opportunities to learn how to sew, or even know the opportunities of creating a career, or just going to school and learn more to perfect the craft they didn't even know existed. So it's really been a monumental year for me, and I'm going to keep doing this work that the Creator has intended me to do.
So the little joys that I celebrated in 2021 was regaining my independence, regaining my self-sufficiency, and actually seeing what it means to break free from the opinions and expectations of other people. I'm able to celebrate the fact that I'm no longer looking for acceptance and approval from others when it comes down to what I need to do for my own life and how I want to live my life. So those are the joys I'm celebrating. Living in a new city, a new state, with a new job, and just being able to just hit the reset button and really just take control of my own path and my own destiny.
Small joys that I gained in 2021. I got to meet quite a few really cool people throughout my travels and everything, and I am proud of myself. One of my biggest joys was the fact that I actually took an entire week off of work just to celebrate my birthday, celebrate myself.
Question number 3. What are you manifesting for yourself or looking forward to in 2022? So it's no secret. I've juggled in my mind about expanding my family. My daughter's 7, and she speaks so highly about having another sibling. And I think I'm open to that now. I'm older. I feel like I have my stuff together. I'm in a very good place. And I'm just looking forward to whatever the future holds. If it means me bringing a new life into the world, then that's definitely something I'm open to. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Marlika, and I'm here just saying.
When I'm manifesting for 2022, I am manifesting some type of engagement. Like, I'm ready to get married. I know it's so cliche. Everybody runs around talking about how they ready for me, but I'm ready. I've been single long enough, and so I'm gonna need a ring just to solidify that a marriage is in the process. It's the next step. So I'm manifesting that. I'm manifesting my world travel. I'm ready to travel the world more. I need to see things, and things need to see me. So I want to go to places I've never been. If I have to go by myself for whatever reason, then, I'm going to have the boldness to just travel by myself. As a travel business owner, I have to get out there. I have to put myself out there in a vulnerable state. As scary as it may be, I am manifesting confidence so that I can work my business, and so that my business can flourish, and so I can help other people that may need the opportunity to supplement their income. We all need to have multiple streams of income, and the fact that I'm in a position to help others achieve that goal is a blessing. And so those are just a few things that I'm manifesting for 2022.
And what I'm looking forward to in 2022 is to watch some things come to pass that I've been decreeing and declaring over my own life. I'm no longer asking, but now I'm taking control and I'm making statements. And so I'm looking forward to greater. I'm looking forward to more. I've regained my independence and my self-sufficiency. Now I'm looking forward to establishing better credit, more financial stability, more financial freedom. I'm looking forward to new relationships, a new love of my life. Those are the things that I'm looking forward to, and I'm willing to put in the time and the work to make sure it happens.
For 2022, I'm manifesting beginning the road to financial freedom, becoming an entrepreneur, and making fun memories. I want to really enjoy what the world has to offer. It's bigger than my neighborhood. It's bigger than my state. It's bigger than the United States. And I want to make sure that I teach my kids to remember me in case of anything, as these past couple of years have prepared us for. But the more memories, the better. So I'm intentionally creating moments to remember for a lifetime, attempting to make every day count.
The things that I'm looking for and cherishing in 2022 are real life goals, promises that I made to myself a long time ago, achieving dreams and doing options and running over obstacles that has always been in my way, and definitely beating my own addiction, and definitely giving myself more love and more self-esteem.
What I'm looking forward to in 2022 is becoming the man that I am destined to become. I'm looking forward to becoming the actor that I'm supposed to be. I'm looking forward to becoming the writer, the director that I know that I am. I'm looking forward to becoming Teron LeVar Thompson in 2022.
The things that I am looking forward to and manifesting for 2022, I am actually looking forward to spending more time with love. loving to love myself more, to actually celebrate myself more, getting a deeper and stronger spiritual connection, having stronger finances, getting rid of debt, and hopefully being able to get into my first house.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Matthew Simmons. I reside in Philadelphia, PA. I'm originally from McGee, Mississippi. Everybody knows Jackson, Mississippi, so I used to say Jackson, Mississippi. And my IG handle is Africana Black Red, all lowercase. It's going to change in the near future. And my Facebook handle was Matthew Simmons. So great to meet y'all.
What I'm manifesting in 2022 is to definitely hustle hard, make more money, just try to be the best that I can, exalt my potential, because I have potential, but to definitely do better and just strive for greatness and all positivity, no negativity, and just to work on myself a lot more. And I'm just so excited. 2022 is definitely my year. I can definitely sense that it's going to be my year. I pray to God that it's my year. Well, I wouldn't say pray because it is going to be my year. I'm definitely claiming it and I'm reclaiming my time.
A joy that I experienced in 2021 was going on my first fete, my first boat ride fete. Here in Toronto, we have a lot of boat ride parties in the summertime, and it was my first time going out on one with the LGBT community. So it was a blast, and I won't forget it.
I also look forward to relocating to Houston for 2022.
In 2022, I am looking forward to cultivating more clientele, driving in a space that is driven by a queer man, just occupying more space, and being intentional about my next steps, whether it be creating new collections that are actually in the works, creating new spaces for my nonprofit, being able to work with more clientele that is within our queer community, working with more people that are in productions for television and Broadway and all these major publications, just really capitalizing on my culture and my heritage and myself included as a person, just incorporating all of those things. And I don't want to necessarily say capitalize, that's not a great word, but I will say allow the world to see the star that I am in the work that I do, and allow myself to authentically be myself.
What are you looking forward to in 2022? Come on, 2022. Oh, I'm looking forward to walking in May. I'm looking forward to walking into my destiny. Walking to what the Creator wants me to be and what I want to be. Walking into the many possibilities that I could achieve, right? I want to achieve them all, right? I think 2022 for me is the pathway to achieving my dreams. Like, I can dream again. I can think about life again. I can enjoy the air. I can enjoy everything that is for me. And so I'm looking forward to taking myself out on a trip to the Caribbean. I'm looking forward to discovering things that I like, new foods, new people, new experiences, new loves, new joys. I can't wait to see what this new chapter of my life is going to be. I can dream again, right? And that's what I'm looking forward to. It's not that I couldn't dream in past years, it's that I didn't allow myself to do so because I was so going through trauma, going through pain. I know we all go through it. I know that we all experience those days, moments, sometimes years of like being in a shell. And that's very important for us to be in a shell. But I also believe that I can wake up and I can just realize my dreams. I don't have to tell everybody my dreams, but I can just realize them. And so 2022 is going to be a realization of dreams, realization of who I am as a person. Whatever it comes, whatever dreams may come, I want to achieve them. But yeah, I really, really, really am looking forward to 2022 being a year of just achieving possibilities, achieving dreams, realizing dreams, set down seeds and cultivating those crops in order to enjoy those fruits of those labors. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
2022 is to be in my own personal space, my own apartment, manifesting more love and peace of mind for myself and for my family members. But I also want to focus on setting boundaries. My biggest manifestation of 2022 is to stick to the boundaries that I set. Like, it's a goal, a big goal of mine. And yeah, thank you very much.
So in 2022, I'm actually manifesting a life worth living, right? Like a life that I can say makes sense for me. You know, experiencing joy out loud, experiencing love out loud, being honest with myself, you know, hyping myself up in a mirror and saying, you know what, yo, you're dope. Like, you're dope. A lot of other people are dope. And just finding those moments to really take time for myself, to love other people, to love myself, to love this journey, and to continue to have a human experience. So I'm manifesting human experiences all 2022.
Hey, it's Tara from Brooklyn, New York. One thing that I'm looking forward to manifesting in 2022 is healthy, genuine, and reciprocal connections with others.
Let's see, what am I looking forward to manifesting in 2022? I would say purpose. And so there are a number of things I want to do professionally. There are a number of things that I want to do personally. And being focused on the purpose of those things, I think will set me up for an even greater 2023. And so one of the things I've said is that 2022 is the setup year. And that means being a little more patient. That's one of my flaws, character flaws, if you will. I am not a patient person. And so learning to be more patient and training myself to be diligent and persistent in hitting my goals so that around this time next year, I will be in a much better place. I think there's nothing wrong with having a setup year, because I think that we need to take time to step back, analyze where we are, analyze where we want to go, and create a plan that will get us there instead of having to delve head first into everything. Sometimes it's okay to just chill. Just chill, take a moment, plan, strategize, and execute.
And the final question, what are you looking forward to and manifesting in 2022? I'm currently working on a project. I do photography, and right now, you know, it's hard to do things with COVID and everything, but, you know, that's another thing I'm also working on is just my patience and just, you know, not feeling like I have to produce a certain amount of content for the world to see. I do it for myself, and, you know, if anybody else enjoys it or wants to, you know, pay me for it, then that's just simply a bonus. But yeah, so I'm hoping by my 31st birthday, I'll be finished with the project and I'll be working on, you know, trying to find somewhere or some place to showcase it somewhere in the DMV. And so I think that's it for the questions. Just want to shout out everybody from Highly Melanated. It's an honor to be a part of this show. And yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at FrankieIsBoxGuy. So thank you guys so much. Be safe. Peace.
And as always, feel free to reach out to us at any given time, morning, noon, or night. You can slide up in our DMs at Highly Melanated Podcast on Instagram. If you want to be a professional and you want to make sure that you type a strongly worded email, feel free to reach out to us at highlymelanatedpodcast@gmail.com, or you can come on over and spread those wings and tweet us on Twitter at H_melanatedpod. As always, we appreciate you so much. Thank you, and tweet it into existence. That's a hashtag that I found today. Tweet it into existence. Manifest.